In London, a pair of self-styled paedophile hunters surf the internet on messaging platforms for young people aged 10 and over.
8 days ago, the decoy started communicating on a social media app after she created a fake account. On this one, she pretended to be a 12-year-old. She sat there and waited, and straight away, the suspect tonight came forward and started talking sexual.
Like thousands of other British citizens, they're self-proclaimed paedophile hunters.
Straight away, the decoy acknowledges and tells the age, and he clearly doesn't care. And then pretty much straight away, he gives the number to go onto WhatsApp. Very, very quickly, it progresses into the more sexual chat. He's asked to meet up for sex. He's done various other offences, as well as sending a picture of himself naked. There's quite a few pictures of his penis.
A previous virtual contact is now a real-life hunt. The practice of citizens' militia came from the United States and has spread in different forms across Europe. In Scandinavia, the Netherlands, Germany and the UK, these vigilante groups number more than 3 million citizens. But what are the potential risks, and do these vigilantes jeopardise the presumption of innocence? In The Hague in the Netherlands, these men and women invests here are ordinary citizens, volunteers who patrol twice a week in their spare time.
Niet 2 man. Kunnen nog 2 man daarheen? Ja? Okay.
It's an initiative supported by the local authorities.
Garbage, graffiti. In the evening, when it's dark, we look at the street lights, if they're all working, things like that.
By using a mobile application especially created for these vigilante groups, they can alert the municipality in real time about all kinds of damage or antisocial behaviour.
In this area, we had a lot of youngsters hanging around. And they were sometimes a problem for the public. So we kept on surveilling, walking around, and at the end, this area stayed clean.
By patrolling the streets looking for crimes, these citizens intervene, sometimes even before the police.
Okay, safe. Sometimes there are guys there smoking, using drugs or something like that, and this is a children's playground. So we don't want them in here, so we ask them kindly to leave if they're there. And when not, we will call the police.
In the Netherlands, crime figures have been falling steadily since 2012. However, the number of prevention and self-defence groups in the country is on the increase. Sociologist Shanna Melbourne has studied this phenomenon.
It would be more logical to have these kind of neighbourhood watch groups, digital or non-digital, in the unsafe areas. But there we found them not so often. People feel the need to be safer. Well, they are actually pretty safe. That's why we found that those WhatsApp groups, they don't really have an influence on the crime rates in the neighbourhood.
The Netherlands, like other countries, has encouraged the emergence of these citizens' movements without setting out any guidelines. This tolerance is denounced by police unions.
Sometimes you saw that violence came in. And this is not always legal. So this is a problem. So what we warned the people for, that those groups, okay, these are your limitations. You have to keep clear what you can do and what not, because otherwise you can be a suspect yourself.
Fear of other people and fear of foreigners is the motivating force behind many vigilante groups in Europe, and politics is never far away. In Germany, the MPD, close to the neo-Nazi movement, created controversy with this video.
AMBERG is the perfect example that even in a small town we are not immune to violence by migrants.
The objective of this militia is to secure the city after migrant attacks.
If you too want to take part in our movement to protect the city of AMBERG, join our project.
These groups can lead to aspects like discrimination, stigmatization and ethnic profiling. To say it very broadly, dark men, men with long beards, women with burqas and so on. Everything or every person who deviates from the norm in these neighborhoods becomes suspect.
This completely voluntary workforce has become essential for many European nations lacking a security budget. And one country in particular has taken this way of thinking one step further by giving the public the right to carry out their own investigations. In England, Patrick and Cleveland continue their hunt.
His name, and we've got his date of birth, the partner that he's married to, his occupation, contact number and address. Right now we're going to his home address. He's due to be home from work now. He's got no idea we're coming.
These two men, who are not police officers, plan to arrest the alleged sexual predator.
Hi, it's in police.
And you are?
My name's Paddy Fripps and it's really important I speak to him.
The man isn't there and his mother immediately calls him.
Get back here now. Oh, you're in a whole world of pain, kid. Get back here now.
After lying in wait for 8 days, Patrick and Cleveland find themselves facing the man they trapped for the first time.
Me and you need a little chat, pal. I think you know what you've done. You're going to be arrested.
For what?
Talking to children.
Talk to what children?
To legally justify this practice, the two men carried out what's known as a citizen's arrest. In the UK, it authorises all citizens to arrest a criminal in the event of a noticeable offence or if the intention to commit a crime seems obvious. They confront this man with all he sent to what he thought was a 12-year-old girl.
You wanted to meet for sex? I don't ask anybody to meet for sex. You told her not to worry about age, you told her to come to London. How many other kids are you speaking to? None. I only took the people on the expo. That's it. Well, you're lying again. I'm not lying again. Yes, you are.
This confrontation is broadcast live on the internet.
Black and white. There's 2.4 people watching you, right? This is live streaming on Facebook.
In front of 2,400 people, identity is revealed and the presumption of innocence is flouted. The suspect is now being reported to the police.
We have caught him in just 8 days from start to finish, where the police, they'd have to be waiting a few weeks before they can then bring him in for the arrest. My mission is to make them feel absolutely scared for the rest of their lives.
Police believe this practice helps to put dangerous criminals out of action, but it's far from an ideal solution.
We think that paedophile hunter groups, OCAGs, cause more problems than they solve. Sometimes the vigilantes are going out and committing offences themselves, beating people up, hiding evidence, or committing extortion or blackmail.